Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a yellow makeup collection video. I am super happy you guys really enjoyed the shadow collection tag. Everybody was super enthusiastic and impressed, and I know I love my single eyeshadow, so I was so happy that you guys liked it. And I am very happy to show you today my yellow both single eyeshadow collection and in general my yellow eyeshadow collection. I'm gonna show you also the palettes that have some yellow shadows in there, and I'm gonna review them and tell you which ones, if you want yellow, which ones are worth it and which ones are rather not. If you're curious about this makeup, I recorded the tutorial and it is up already on my channel. I will link it up here in the cards, and I am glad you guys are as enthusiastic as I am about yellow. First things first, let me unbutton my shirt sleeve, so that I have space to swatch for you guys, and then let's get started. Eyeshadows. Here is my palette of single eyeshadows that are yellow. You can see I took yellow with a little bit of a loose definition. You definitely have the yellows, but we also go into mustards and more towards wearable and neutral eyeshadows. It's quite hard to keep a distance between the yellows and then what is more wearable and what goes almost into gold or goes into golds. So I try to keep that as separate as possible and keep it more yellows, but I think part of a yellow look is also having some of these mustard shades. I apologize for not having matching nails. I love my yellow nail polish, but I didn't feel like changing my nails for the video. Apologies. We're gonna start with Colourpop. I'm gonna apologize to my Italian friends who have such a hard time getting Colourpop. I know, I am sorry, not my fault. It's all the post's fault. The Italian post is miserable and they will stop every package at the customs, and that is part of the regulations in Italy. If you have more than two, I think, pieces of cosmetics, it will have to go through sanitary check, and therefore you're gonna have to pay administrative costs and then a VAT addition. And luckily here in the Netherlands it's not the case. You only pay for customs and your package will get checked if it's above a value of 22 euros. So I order Colourpop easily, especially when they have free shipping, and if they don't, they just had now a very good sale for 30% off, and I decided I'm gonna pay the extra customs to get the things that I want because I'm getting them on sale, and then I don't have to wait for another year before I can order again when there's free shipping. Anyways, digression, let's get into the yellows. Colourpop has one yellow that I love and that I'm wearing today, and this is the shade Take Flight. This is one of the latest shades they released. I had a full review of them on my channel, and this is a matte, bright yellow. Now this is not the first one they attempted. They also made a shade called Tiki. I used to like this shade until they made Take Flight. Unfortunately, Tiki is not as pigmented. As you can see, you cannot get the same payoff, and you have to layer it at all to get anything on there. So I wasn't a fan of the formula of Tiki, but there was nothing else with Colourpop, so I was okay with that. So of course I recommend Take Flight over Tiki anytime. One of the more wearable tones that we're going into for yellows is this one here, that is Paper Tiger, and this is more of a mustardy shade. Beautiful transition, very easy to wear, very nice. I really like Paper Tiger. It's a very famous one of theirs, quite a bestseller. Next we get into the shimmers. Similar shade to Paper Tiger, but now shimmery. This is Two Birds, and this is a bit of a more warmer toned, more orangey toned yellow. But if I didn't have these with it, you would still count them as yellow. They kind of fit with my shirt as well. Sorry, you can't see me though. Or maybe I can do like cake. I can do like this. And this is still kind of a yellow eyeshadow, but it's very harsh when compared to actual yellows. Then a yellow shimmer that has been released recently is Karat Cake, and this looks like this. This has a darker base with a yellow shift. So I actually really like this shade. It's very wearable, again, not a bright yellow. Other two yellow duochromes for Colourpop are Play by Play, which is this peachy base with a lime yellow shift, which is absolutely beautiful. A bit more difficult to apply, you really need to layer it up, and on my skin tone, as you can see, it is a bit too similar to actually show up nicely. And then the shade I'm wearing in my inner corner today, which is a white with a yellow shift. This is Now and Zen, and I love it. I love it as an inner corner highlight. Here are the yellows from Colourpop. You guys, that was just a wrong place to swatch. We're gonna go to the other arm. Let's now move on to Makeup Geek. Makeup Geek makes my favorite yellow shimmer, which is the one that I'm wearing on my eyes today, with something else on top, but doesn't matter. You can check in the tutorial how it looks by itself without this other thing on top. And this is the shade Fortune Teller. I'm gonna swatch it up here, and wow, it even covers my tattoo. It is a beautiful, beautiful yellow eyeshadow. I love it. Going to, again, more wearable ones, and I find this very similar to Paper Tiger by Colourpop, maybe a little bit more brown even. This is Desert Sands by Makeup Geek. Can you see? It doesn't really swatch that great, does it? This performs really well on the eye though, so I wouldn't be too worried. And this is, again, you can see it's a little bit darker than Paper Tiger, but also a nice mustardy transition shade that will work well with yellows. Then a more golden yellow shimmer, and it's one of the regular shimmers of Makeup Geek, so not per se something you need, I find, is the shade Casino, and this is a little bit on the orangey side again, but as I told you, it's really hard to call them yellows or like restricted to just yellows. These are very wearable and they will give you a yellow looking eye look. So I thought I would insert them here. I wouldn't run out to buy this. I rather prefer Two Birds from Colourpop, which is this one here. Compared to the Casino from Makeup Geek, but it's something I have and I wanted to show you. Then going on the orangey but still bright side of things is what I thought for a long time was the yellowest I would go, which is Makeup Geek Chickadee. This is one of the old school, more colorful eyeshadows they have, and I used it a lot for quite a while before actual yellows came out. I apologize for the quality of my swatches, but I'm doing it skew and I don't see what I'm doing. Like I'm staring in a mirror that is right here to see what I am doing. So here we are. This is Chickadee by Makeup Geek, and the final one, which is it's not a yellow, but it's a yellow gold, and this is Untamed, which is also absolutely stunning. But then this goes more gold, it goes a bit more orange, and yeah. I guess the only yellow really is Fortune Teller here. I am actually surprised that Makeup Geek has these vivid, or these pigments that they have released a while ago in the square pans, and they have a yellow in there. However, I never went and purchased those because they're very expensive. They're $9 each, and square pans I hate, because every pan is round. Why do they go and make square pans? And also they don't ever sold them in Europe. They only sell them from their website, which is expensive and means custom. So I never picked those up. I will continue without washing off, but two on the gold side that I told you are Hean Cosmetics. It's a Polish brand, the number 825. This is a little goldy, light shade, but I have it and I wanted to show you. I wouldn't run out and buy this. It's pretty, it's very springy, if you like this type of shades, but I find it quite, yeah, boring maybe, just not very interesting. And then another one I have is Morphe Honeybabe, one of their singles. I don't even know if I don't think they sell them anymore. They used to, and I had a few, and I was never really sold on the quality of these. They're not that shimmery, and the mattes were not really that good. But here we go. This is Honey Baked by Morphe. I would skip on that. Hean Cosmetics 825, if you like, just go for it. And all the makeup geeks are winners, because you know you can skip just because it's not a foiled eyeshadow. Also, how many of you did actually buy the Makeup Geek eyeshadows for €1.80 on Beauty Bay in the latest sale? Awesome. I was so good, I didn't buy anything. I was so good. Partially because for Makeup Geek, what was left, I already had everything. So yeah. Now I want to talk to you about the yellow. If there's one yellow you're gonna buy and you have no budget limit, then that is Sugar Pill Butter Cupcake. This is the best matte yellow eyeshadow I own. And where can I put it? Up here? And it is very nicely blendable. You can build it up to make a full impact. Let's see how far I can get just with my hands and no primer. But you can build it up very well. I love the formula of Sugar Pill pressed shadows. You can see how bright it is. Also compared to Take Flight by Colourpop. I have to say, I have been reaching for this one last since Colourpop released Take Flight, because it is a good yellow. So if you're actually in a place where you can get Colourpop easily, I would get Take Flight. Oh, this talking thing is getting so difficult today. Anyways, I would get Take Flight. Otherwise, I would get Butter Cupcake. It's an investment piece, but it's gorgeous. Finally, an eyeshadow that is also more wearable, and this is Neve Cosmetics Tonka. I want to recommend this because, first of all, it is beautiful. I'm wearing it today in my crease and on my cheeks. And that's the second point. This can be used as a blush. It is a mustardy shade and therefore more wearable, but it is also very buildable, I would say. You can see the pigmentation is there, but you can use a small amount and buff it out and make it a blush because it's so neutral. And I think, I don't know. What do you think, actually? I love the look of Tonka on my cheeks. I love using it as a blush. I actually bought it for that when it came out. So those were all my eyeshadows, my single eyeshadows with yellow, and I also have a blush. The one blush I own is from Inglot, and this is shade number 18 of their Freedom System Febulous. It's a play on fabulous. Anyways, I think it was a limited edition, but I bought it on sale and I have not really used it a lot. I have used it as a gradual gradient of colors when I do more sunset looks, more, let's say, editorial looks, and I will swatch it up here, and this is the blush. This is really yellow, like really yellow, so you can see. Did I need it? No. I had already Sugar Pill that I could use as a blush. Yes. Still, I don't know. It's nice. It sits in this little palette with its red companion from the same collection. Now let's get into the palettes. When talking about yellows, how can I not start with Subculture? Subculture was one of the first palettes, I think, on the market with some serious yellow vibes. And here you have Edge, which is more of a murky, mustardy, grungy shade. And then you have New Wave, which is a more orangey shade. Beautiful, beautiful. I love this palette. Then you have Electric, which has this yellow, I think you can see it on the screen, yeah. This yellow duochrome. Beautiful yellows, definitely worth the palette itself. You can recreate something like I have using Edge and New Wave in the crease, a little bit of fudge on the outer V and electric all over the lid. The tones will be a little bit different, but you can create a full yellow monochrome look with just Subculture. And that's why she's the queen. Then, one of my favorite yellows, and that was also a surprise, is in the Colourpop Good Sport palette. And here we have a matte yellow, which is pretty, it's quite wearable, it's a nice matte yellow. But this one here, it is called Licious, and it is so good. So good. It's sort of a topper shade, and you can actually, yeah, I don't know, sheer it out quite a bit, but you can also make it full pigment and just by itself. I love it. I love this shade. So Good Sport is one of my favorite Colourpop eyeshadow palettes ever, and that is because it has such wonderful shades. Definitely a good one. Another recent one is the Shakti palette from Mulac Cosmetics, and this is what it looks like. In here we have this very bright yellow shimmer, and this is also gorgeous. This is also definitely something you could wear all over the lid. It looks very much like something like what I'm wearing today. Would definitely recommend it. Great yellow in this palette. Then a beautiful matte yellow comes in the Colored Rain Vivid Pigment palette. I think this is still available on Beauty Bay, and I know they're working on restocking it everywhere else, but this yellow works great. It is a very nice yellow. I love this palette. You have all of the shades, all of the blues, all of the purples, and all of the rest as well. So I love this palette, and this yellow is great. Then we go to a bit less loved palettes for different reasons. One is a palette that I love using but not talking about, and that is Kat Von D, the 10th anniversary palette. I don't love talking about it because it's her, but it's also just because it was a very limited edition palette, and this is what she looks like. I have started creating monochromatic yellow looks with this palette first, because there is this pale yellow here, there is this beautiful yellow gold topper right here, and then you have a more mustardy, a little bit darker, and with the addition of this brown you can make a full beautiful monochromatic yellow eyeshadow look, and this is a beautiful yellow. Gorgeous. And the final palette I'm gonna talk about today is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous palette. Here you have quite a bit of a range. You have a beautiful yellow topper. This is more of a golden shimmer, and this yellowy orange matte eyeshadow here. You can easily use any of these other transitions to deepen up the look and use this gold on the eye, and it's absolutely beautiful. To make a nice yellowy gold inner corner, I often put this one down first and then over the top with this white shimmer here. Beautiful. This is also a palette that has a lot of controversy. Sorry, I did a full review on all of these, but in quick and short, I like all of the shades except for this green. I thought this green didn't perform well, and that is that. In all of my monochromatic series that I did so far, I always forget these because they're straight in front of me on my desk. I never use them, and I just always forget that they're here and that there's a lot of shades in here. So yeah, now I didn't forget about it. And guys, this was all of my yellow eyeshadow recommendation. There was 1 or 2 blushes. I will recommend one eyeliner, and that is Punch by Colourpop. It comes, I think it comes in a pencil like this, as well as a pot gel liner. Love it. I have it in my inner rim today, and I love it. It's very bright. It doesn't cost much. It's perfect for what it needs to do. My favorite yellow gloss is Hypnotists by Colourpop. I use this a lot to anything that has to do with gold or yellow. I use this a lot on my lips. And then there's always the option for Black Moon Cosmetics Cider. And you've seen me use this in the tutorial for this look. And yeah, that is the only yellow lipstick that I own, I believe. So that was that for all of my yellow items. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below if I'm missing something, if you have yellows that I like, that you like more and that I should try out, or I totally forgot a piece. I'm sorry, stop the outro. This guy is Colourpop Jelly Much in Origami, and it is fantastic. It's probably the formula, but the color is also fantastic. These are cream jelly weird things, but the shine, my friends, it is unbelievable. Look at that. Look at that. It's what I applied on my eyes on top of the Fortune Teller by Makeup Geek, because I wanted more metallic shine. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now let's get back to the outro. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this video, if there is a next color you want me to do, both with a makeup look and a collection, or yeah, both of singles and of palettes. I'm happy to do these. These are my favorite things, monochromatic colors, color. I love color. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you did. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out the tutorial for this look and the other monochromatic videos that I made, both makeup and collection wise. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.